statistically the best striker in Europe in the last 2 seasons. You know, he's been doing it in the Champions League and all of that. So for me, look, it's a key pivotal signing that's going to get us a step closer to winning the Premier League. Obviously, we needed to respond to the Florian Wirtz signings. We needed to respond to what other people are doing, the Reinders and stuff like that. Obviously, Rodri coming back, and we've responded in the perfect way. We've gone and got arguably one of the best strikers in Europe.
Stop it, Scholes. I tried to give you.
Deji, you don't rate Gyokeres. You don't rate him,
bro. Do you know what it is? First thing, before I deal with the Gyokeres thing, I need Arsenal fans, Souls, and all the other Red Tottenham fans to make a distinction between Gyokeres and the fact that they're just relieved to have got a number 9. I think this hype from Arsenal, this could have been anyone. It could have been Watkins, it could have been Rashford, it could have been anybody. Like, let's stop this crap. You're just relieved you got someone who calls himself a striker, not an 8-playing striker, not a 6-playing striker. Yeah. So now that we've got that out the way, yeah, the elephant in the room. I had to call it, bro, because he was getting on my nerves. You get me? Well done. Yeah, you brought someone who plays up front. That's it. That's all you did. But all of a sudden, how does that put you on par with Liverpool? How does that put you on par with City? How does that put you on par with Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs? It doesn't. Yeah, you just did.
Hey, Spurs.
Let's go, Deji, man. Let's go, Deji, man. Let's go, Deji.
No. You know what I'm saying? How are you throwing shit?
I'm with you.
You can't respond with shit. Come on now. No.
Can we
you man are not on our level. You man are not on our level.
So the last
you can't. You retract your statement. If you chat shit, you're getting caught off. You're getting caught off if you chat shit.
1 second, man. One of the things I recommend is for you to go back on the streams that we do on this channel together. Go back and listen to yourself, okay? And the main reason why I'm saying this is because you were uncertain 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, as to whether this striker is going to score 20 goals in the season. So the numbers that we were talking about from your guy Gyokeres are the sort of numbers that we expect from Ollie Watkins. It's the sort of numbers that we expect from Rashford. It's the sort of numbers. It's the sort of numbers that we expect from Nunes. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. Well done for getting a striker, but there's nothing to shake your bum for. Sorry.
Deji was ready for this.
So Deji, you don't trade Gyokeres then? Let's actually ask him. So you don't trade Gyokeres then?
Bro, can I be real? You know, the last time we spoke,
said you're relieved just to get someone up front.
We talked about the different leagues, and we talked about that there's levels to the leagues. And I saw a tweet talking about the fact that the Premier League is moving like the Super League these days. Yeah. Now, there's a player in Wrexham, a striker called Mullins. He scored a hell of a lot of goals this season for Wrexham. What are we saying? He's one of the best strikers in English football. Come on, bro. We're not going to do that. So the fact that Gyokeres scored the most goals in Europe, whippity-do. You know what I'm saying? Now you're with the big boys. Yeah? Now you're with the big boys. Let's see what you got.
Facts. Yo, now you're here in the big league. I hear you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying, Deji? Solanke going to outscore him in the Premier League? Is that what you're telling me?
Bro, can I say this, though? If Arsenal had brought Solanke the same way that Scholes is shaking, he would have been shaking for Solanke same way. So that's why I'm not getting Gyokeres back. But I do think Solanke.
There's levels. Solanke is not even in Gyokeres' conversation. Let's not even do that. There's levels to this conversation, and you guys aren't in it.
Can I tell you where
a team like that?
Who Sporting bought Gyokeres from?
Doesn't matter where you buy him from.
They bought him from Coventry.
Doesn't matter where you buy him from.
He wasn't at Liverpool. He wasn't at Man City. He was at Coventry. Like, hold that, bro. Hold that.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares?
Okay, where did Leicester get Jamie Vardy from?
Oh, bro.
Oh yeah, they got him from like what league to non-league football,
Bro,
and they got him a Premier
I'm not gonna
League
lie to you,
title,
bro.
Let's
And I
not
said
do
this last time. One last thing. Look, I'm willing to give Gyokeres time. All I'm saying to Arsenal
No,
fans,
answer the question. Why does it matter where they come from?
all of a sudden, Arsenal fans are saying
wait. No. You can't just go bypassing question. No. You go on this rampage of like rants and whatever you want to do. Answer the question. Leicester got a striker who won them the Premier League from a non-league footballing side. So why does it matter where he comes from?
Oh, but
if you're
why
good enough, you're good enough.
Why are you telling me something that is 1 in a million?
Doesn't matter if it's 1 in a million. The
Bro,
point is, there's many players who come from. There's many players who come from absolutely nowhere and become great players.
Can I just say this? There was a legitimate question that Hossam put up earlier, and when I read that question from the super chat, I said, you know, whoever that is a very intelligent person. The truth is, bro, we're not even sure that Gyokeres is better than Havertz. Hold that, bro. We're not sure, bro. We're not sure. No one's sure.
Logic.
He got you there. That's a great point.
He hasn't. By the same logic, Kudus isn't good because Kudus had a shit season.
Oh, come on.
Don't say he's right. Did he have a good season? No, he's right. You are not 100% sure that Havertz.
No. There's a big difference. There's a big difference, right, in identifying horses for courses and saying there's certain strengths that Gyokeres will bring Arsenal and saying where Havertz also excels in certain areas.
But how do you know? But how do you know? How do you know Gyokeres' strengths are going to be able to translate to anything in the Prem? You know, Havertz has certain strengths that can translate to the Prem.
Even scrap that. If you not signed Isak, there would be no conversation about this. There wouldn't be no horses for courses if you not signed.
We're talking about a proven player. Look, okay,
we're talking quality. We're talking about the quality of the player. Because if you lot went and signed Lewandowski, for example, there would be no conversation about it because of his quality. This is a quality thing. I actually think Gyokeres is better than Havertz, but Souls, you did this last week when you were talking about Havertz.
You guys are spinning.
That's why Deji's got a point.
A lot of the Arsenal fan base, this is what they've been doing. And for me, I see what they're doing and I see that shower curtain and it's synonymous. It's the same thing. Gyokeres, I hope he does well, is what I'm going to say to you. I hope he does well. I don't want to be proved right. Yeah? This, for me, he's an average striker. That doesn't mean he's not a good striker because anyone that plays in the Prem if you know football, you know to get to the Premier League is no joke. So we have to put respect on anyone that plays Premiership football. But is Gyokeres going to be banging more? Is he going to be competing with the likes of Haaland and Isak? I don't think so. But I do think he's up there with the likes of how
many league goals does he get in your opinion? Because I think he gets 20.
I think Gyokeres, for me, he's had a good season if he gets 15 or 18 goals.
No, not what the expectation is. How many goals do you think he gets?
I think he gets 15.
I think he gets 20 plus. I'm not gonna lie.
15, I think he gets 20 plus 15, as well.
No, 15 Premier League goals. I think he gets
Premier League goals. We're talking. That's why I asked specifically league goals.
I think he gets 15.
I think he gets 20 league goals plus.
I think he falls short of 20. He might even get 18. That's falling short. Now, and then for me, then I ask you, Flo, legitly to the panel, if he only gets like 18, 19 goals, is he the gunman? Is he the gunman that we thought they were signing?
To be honest, no. Because if Kai Havertz was fit for 38 games, he'd also score 17, 18 goals. I'm not even going to lie.
Look, for me, I know that I have a bad rep, and I don't know why I have such a bad rep when all I'm trying to do is help.
Yeah, it's unfair, I think it's terrible the rep you have.
Brother, honestly, I'm just trying to help. Can I ask my brothers on the panel today, do you think Arsenal, with this signing confirmed, can they win the Prem? I'm going to start, and I'll say no.
They can't win the Prem, but I think the major reason why and the main reason why is
they can, but they won't, though.
Yeah, I think the team is good enough with the addition of Gyokeres. The biggest issue is Arteta. If they had a serious manager, they could win the league. The team's there to win the league, in my opinion. And this is me saying that as much as I despise Arsenal. But the manager's the biggest problem. It's Arteta.
I think for me, the reason why I'll say Arsenal can't win the league is also Arteta. Because as someone who backed Arsenal for 2 years in a row to win the league, like there are literal video evidence of me saying, guys, Arsenal are going to win the league. I said it 2 years in a row. I said it from when I was working with Flawless and even after that.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, I think this is the season where Arsenal win. I just think they need a fresh voice. They need fresh ideas. Like, you know, now they're going to be like 1-0 down at halftime and he's going to sing the same exact speech to the likes of Saka and Rice and others. And I think they need like a fresh voice. They need some new opinions and stuff.
It was all done with love. I hope.
No, I'm not saying anything. I didn't say anyone's hating. I'm just sitting back and observing.
All I wanted to do was just taper the expectations, because what you don't want to do is put too much pressure on the kid, and then he completely flops altogether.
What kid? He's 27.
Yeah, he's a kid, man. To me, he's a kid. Do you know what I mean? But what I would say is, well done for bringing in a number 9. No, Charles, and I don't mean to interrupt, but when I think of your club and I think of yesteryear, you know, when you had the likes of Overmars, Perez, Gilberto Silva, Vieira, you had cover and then you had cover. Do you get what I'm saying? You had big name players and you had big name players. You know, you're talking about Norgard and you're talking about Madueke. Like these guys are dead. So for me, it's like, and someone made the point, I think it was Flawless, like, even if your starting 11 is stronger, your squad, which is what you're going to need over the course of over the season, isn't any stronger than it was before. And I feel that's where I feel let down personally, because we need you to ruffle the feathers of the likes of Liverpool. We need you to ruffle the feathers of City, but not with that squad.
Fuck me for, bro. Let me go. Let me go back.
Hey, Deji, you on the roll, man. Man of the match performance. So
let me
You
go
know what I'm saying?
back, man.
Hey, man,
Come on.
How would you?
Let me go back.
I would actually say the quality of the signings, barring Zubimendi and Gyokeres, that's the sort of level we're expecting.
That's actually objective, and I agree with that as well.
You know what? Everything's been pretty pony.
Hot take: Arsenal get 5th, and Thomas Frank will shock everyone. Arsenal get 5th. I don't think Arsenal could be as bad as 5th, to be honest with you.
I think it's going to be a tough season, bro. I actually don't think that's a wild statement. Why? We've got the likes of Chelsea who have improved, and I'm giving Chelsea their props, even though I don't like Chelsea. We have to put City in the mix. I think City could surprise us. Liverpool, let's put some respect on Newcastle that kept this as well this week. Like, come on, bro. And there's Spurs as well that are cooking. There's a lot of big teams, bro. There's a lot of big teams this season. Not this season, bro. Because it's Thomas Frank. But yeah, I don't see why Spurs can't pick up a domestic competition and finish top 4, bro. And it's a big statement, but it can be. Yeah, I think if Thomas Frank was in his 3rd or 4th season at Spurs, yeah, then I'll be.
Okay.
I mean,
okay, fair enough.
CB, legit, and RSM. What the hell do you think Chelsea will do this season? And don't do Humpty.
We're gonna win trophies. We're winning something. Hold up, we're winning things this season. Yeah, bro, 100%, 100%. I ain't got no problem saying that either. I said, hold on. I said that to Sam next season. I said next season we're going for the third UCL, 100%. I said this last stream on Usam's channel. I don't know who you think you're talking to. Hold up, me and CB, we have chest for our team. I don't know who you're talking to.
CB's saying you're gonna win the league. You're saying you're gonna win the league.
I'm trying to go for the league or the Champions League this season.
Yes, I agree with that.
RSM, CB, I'm asking you legit questions. So these are my personal thoughts, and I want you guys to confirm whether you agree with me or not. So last season under Maresca, Chelsea for me were not tested because the Europa Conference League, they were not tested. And then in the league, you did what you did in the league, where you finished 4th or something. And then
yeah, like you finished 17th or something.
And let's be real, I don't know how you even qualified for the Club World Cup, because based on the last 2 seasons, you shouldn't even have been there. Personally, you shouldn't even have been there.
I wouldn't expect a Spurs fan to know how to get into the Club World Cup. So let me explain it to you. I can explain it to you if you want. I can explain it to you if you want. I get why you wouldn't know, but I can explain it to you though if you want to know.
Based on
you can get there by coefficient.
I know about the coefficient, but if you're looking at performances of the last couple of years, Chelsea should not be there. Full stop. So now I say to you, I ask you this question, and I say thus: do you think And what makes you think that Maresca can challenge in the Prem and the Champions League?
Well, if you
I can answer that easily. Me personally, I think. Go ahead, CB. If you want to talk.
We just chat shit, or we're gonna have an objective. Let's actually put on our.
I'm doing objective, bro. I don't know what you. Tell me what you've seen that makes you feel that you can compete for both the league and Champions League.
All right, cool. So based on just the Champions League, first and firstly, just keeping it frank, no Lampard. It's very clear we have been a cup team. It's in our DNA. Even at our worst last season under Pochettino, we went to a Carabao Cup final.
Can I just say this? Because I think I don't want you. RSM, you've done well to keep yourself very poised this evening, and I know that CB he unleashed the little demon on your shoulder, but you were really well behaved up until CB came. Let's not get carried away by João Pedro. He's a good player, but could it be that the 2 goals that he scored against that South American team is tinted your eyes?
Is Wisa better than Ekitike?
I don't rate Ekitike, bro. I don't rate him, and I think Liverpool are mad to have spent that kind of money on him. I don't rate him. Remember, Spurs played Frankfurt in the semi-final, and he didn't do anything, and that was against the Dutch team. He scored 1 goal. He scored 1 goal. That was it. He didn't actually do anything.
Good players get better with better teammates.
He's crap, and I actually think Liverpool. That's where they had to take an L, and because what they who they really wanted was Isak. They couldn't get Isak over the line, and they went, you know what? Who's the closest profile to Isak? And it's that brother Ekitike.
Yeah, and he's
not good though. But I don't rate him, bro. I don't think he's. Look, he's not better. I think you brought in a Nunes.
No, I don't think so at all.
You know who would do a better job than Ekitike at Liverpool in the 9? Real talk now. Now we're educating the chat. Gakpo would do a better job in the 9.
Oh no.
Trust me.
Gakpo has his head down. He can never be a
Trust
number
me,
2.
brother. Gakpo would do a better job, bro. 100%. But can you see CB? Liverpool fans who know ain't even chatting about that signing, bro. What a waste of money. They were better off getting on Watkins.